Dasha Burns joining us now from Newark Airport. Dasha, it's good to see you this Friday. We know that after, this week that saw so many travelers frustrated, stranded, upset, making alternate travel plans. Ultimately, how has the situation resolved?
Well, I got to tell you guys, this is a night and day what we're seeing here today compared to what we've seen over the course of the last week in airports across the country. And if you just look at the flight cancellations and delays today compared to yesterday for Southwest Airlines, yesterday the airline had more than 2,300 cancellations. Today that number is down to just 41. Now that's of course after days and days of frustrations and misery and really priceless moments that folks miss that can't really be reimbursed by an airline. But it was that pause in operations that allowed Southwest to get back on track. A lot of the blame is being put on their outdated scheduling system that had a hard time keeping up with rescheduling pilots and flight attendants, rerouting folks, and that is going to be the subject of an investigation by the Transportation Department. So things are back on track, but the fallout for Southwest is not over.
Yeah, speaking of that investigation, Dasha, Southwest is facing a lot of pressure from the Biden administration to refund those passengers, not just for their airfare, but also for hotels, the alternative travel, as a result of all these missteps by Southwest. So where do things stand on that? For example, if you're one of the travelers who was stranded, how do you go about getting those reimbursements?
Well, the airline has set up a travel page, Vicki, for folks that need to be reimbursed. They can fill out forms, their claims to get their money back. Again, like you said, not just for those tickets, but for food, for lodging, for transportation. The airline says it's going to go above and beyond what is required of them. And you know who's going to be watching that closely is the U.S. government. The Department of Transportation is going to hold them to that promise. The Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg spoke to our Blaine Alexander, telling her that this was something that really crossed the line. It began with a weather disaster, of course, but after a certain amount of time, it really put the responsibility on Southwest Airlines. Take a listen to what he said. So go to that Southwest Airlines page. If you travel between December 24th and January 2nd, experience those delays and cancellations, go ahead and get the money back.
All right, NBC News correspondent Dasha Burns with important information for us. Thank you.